season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Watson going to keep it again.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 27 yards.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Over in the second quarter.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jags continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
To throw on second is Watson.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Watson.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. To throw is Watson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're Jones hit, and the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to.
And now here is another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith, Jr. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line. Touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Thompson now.
The open man is Chark. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Thompson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Thompson back to the air once more. And Shark calls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Thompson will look to the air on first down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Thompson now, 3rd down. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Thompson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
4th down, Thompson going for it. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark from 17 yards out. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. No problem there on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll start by running the option to the right, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Watson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he'll go down at the 28. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run with McCaffrey off the option. Down inside the 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
McCaffrey will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they were ultra-confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight. But number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Trying to get on 2nd down. It's Thompson.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movement.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's the Jets punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Taken from just outside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
To throw on second is Watson.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down throw for Thompson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, Park?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of them.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point attempt to come here. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of